Well, son of chaos, basically, it alludes to sun worship. When I started the show, I wanted to basically show the holy rollers that they really didn't know as much as they thought they did. We all know holy rollers, they love to run their damn mouth about what's evil, what's idolatrous, what's pagan, what's sun worship and whatnot. And I thought it would behoove me, or I thought it would be real fun to show these people, right, that the very thing which they condemn, right, they're participating in. Yeah, so basically, son of chaos is like, I was showing people, the holy rollers, that, like little stuff like this. They go to church on the day of the sun, Sunday. It's not the Sabbath, right?
God.
But yet they treat it as such, you know
so
what I'm saying?
ridiculous.
They worship the Son of God, S-O-N versus S-U-N. All the major holidays like Easter and Christmas and whatnot, they follow on equinoxes and solstices, right? The movements of the sun. And
yes, sir. You do
I just thought it was really interesting,
mind.
right? That
you
people
are
could
going
run
to
their
hell, my
mouth
friend.
so much about things, right? And condemn things, without any kind of, responsibility of looking up these things.
You have
to make
a lot
sure
of nerve.
that what they were talking about was actual
stupid.
factual, you know what I'm saying? I got tired of seeing it day in and day out on TV,
God,
on the radio, people talking about heathens and pagans and idolatry,
you just
and
wait till
those are sun
judgment day.
worshipers and all this
You're
kind of
going
stuff.
straight
But
to
due to the
hell,
fact that, people don't want to read, people don't want to investigate, people do not want to engage in scholarship, so to speak. You got a lot of people talking
like
nonsense, man. And I thought, hey,
you moron,
somebody got to stand up and represent and get rid of this nonsense, man. So that's what I did. I went ahead and showed the Christians, the Holy Rollers, right, that their religion is nothing but a parody of sun worship in itself. Now, basically, all religions are basically parodies of sun worship. They all deal with the birth, death, and resurrection of something. Well, really, it's the birth, death, and resurrection of the sun itself.
The one true religion that was
all
given
these religions on face value, right? They look different. They have different places, different times, different dates, different scriptures, so to speak, right? But the core, should I say, lesson of all of them, basically, they're the same. You know what I mean? And all of it derives out of sun worship, right? And not necessarily literal sun worship, because, when you go ahead and you look at the Romans or the Egyptians or the Greeks or whatever, they had sun worship in it, but the worship of the sun was basically metaphysical and metaphorical. The peasants thought it was literal, much like today. The Christians literally believe in the archetype Jesus the Christ, and they literally believe that he's coming back at a certain time, but that's basically another show. I think we've covered that on some previous ones, right? And so basically, I wanted to show that there's a lot of chaos going on about all this sun worship, man. You got a lot of people fighting, dying, killing, maiming over these ideologies, right? And really, they're all the same. You know what I mean? So there you have son of chaos, man. The whole idea of sun worship, the whole idea of worship itself, it's chaos, man. It's pandemonium. It's mayhem. You know what I mean? It also alludes to me, man. Big Mike, I'm the son of chaos itself, man. I'm a product
you're the son of
a lot of chaos. I'm the product of a lot of dissatisfaction. I'm a product of a lot of haphazard
If I weren't a good Christian, I'd
say?
tell you what you were,
I've dabbled in many things. Islam, the black Muslim, the Nation of Islam, the Hebrew Israelite, Masonic and Hermetic philosophies, and the Theosophical Society. When you name it, I've dibbed and dabbed, and I've become proficient in several of them, right? And so my makeup, my philosophy is kind of chaotic, you know what I mean? You don't know where I'm coming from. You don't know where I'm going. And you really don't know how to counter where I say, because I don't really have any fixed doctrine.
So much nonsense.
So basically,
I'm
born out of dissatisfaction.
You're going to hell.
I was born out
when
of
you go,
the chaotic state.
I'll be up in heaven looking down upon your pathetic soul, burning and twitching,
you have a lot of
and itching,
nonsense.
with worms eating
people
out your
like
guts.
Me.
Jerk.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically the mundane description of son of chaos, basically what that alludes to and what that means. Next question, please.
Just what in the hell does Hellbound Productions mean? What is it? Come
Hellbound Productions.
Smarty pants.
Hellbound Productions. Well, basically, that's another stab at the Holy Rollers, right? Whenever
you
talk about
us, my friend.
things that contradict
no weapon forged against us shall
typically
prosper.
religious folks or typical religious doctrines,
better read.
the holy
You better
rollers
get right, my
love to
friend.
throw that hell stuff in
The
your
end is
face.
near.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you're just going to hell. You're going to burn in hell forever.
And yes, you
The
are.
Lord don't like ugly boy.
And he
You
does
gonna
not
burn
like ugly. And you're very
burning in
ugly.
hell, all that scary ass
You're going
bullshit.
straight
You know
to
what I'm
hell.
saying? See,
Do
you know,
not
ain't nothing but
pass
a whole
go.
move.
Do
They're
not
trying
get
to scare your ass
$200.
to submission and whatnot. And so basically,
You can mock
I
all you want.
the
Mockers,
term hellbound,
scoffers,
right, as an open slap in the
unbelievers.
face, telling these hoes, I
But
don't really
God is
give a
true.
damn
He
all
is
that
real.
nonsense you stressing.
I have
I'll
spoken.
be hellbound for questioning established norms or for questioning authority. Yeah, I'll be hellbound with the hell. You know what I mean? Basically letting them know that I really don't care if you label me hellbound or going to hell.
You'll be
That
carried
holds,
when Satan puts that pitchfork in your
hell
ass.
holds no fear
You better
over me.
believe
You know
that,
what I'm
son.
saying? Now, I
Better
don't really
get right.
believe in
Get
hell,
with the winning team.
right? So if I don't really believe in it, then I can't really fear it. Now, can I? So I basically took that label as basically I gave the religious community the finger with honoring, or should I say, dubbing my production company Hellbound Productions. Also, a lot of things I do is kind of grassroots, it's kind of underground, you know what I mean? And where's hell supposed to be? It's supposed to be underground, right? You know, yeah, you let the holy rollers tell it. You're going deep down in the earth to burn forever, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm strictly underground, therefore I'm hellbound. Get it? Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's basically what that alludes to, man. Hellbound, baby. Forever and a day.
You have no knowledge, my friend, and you are not of God. Are you a racist, Mr. Big Mike? Because I've sat here and I've listened to your racist comments and views forever and a day.
Racist?
Yes, are you a racist?
Yeah. No,
huh?
I'm not.
Are you?
I'm a realist. And,
A realist.
you know, it's funny
Come
how...
on, come off that.
People don't seem to understand that you can be pro-black without being anti-white. You can be pro-white without being anti-black. See, the problem with a lot of so-called nationalists, whether they be white or black, right, is that in order to feel superior or to feel good about themselves, they have to tear the other race down. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds
You know,
a
if
lot
you
like
want
you,
to be
Mr. Big
a
Mike.
black militant, you know, you must tear down white folks and call them devils and cave boys and all this
Sounds
kind of
just
nonsense.
like you.
And if you want to
Sat
be
here and I've heard you say that
a
many
white
occasions.
radical, white nationalist,
Yes,
racist, whatever,
you
right?
are a
You know, for you to
racist.
feel good about yourself, you
You
have
are
to
blatant,
call
outright
all
racist.
black folks jungle
And you are
bunnies,
going to
coons,
hell.
monkeys, and whatnot, right? That's the main problem we have here, man. You
You have
can
no knowledge.
be pro-white without being anti-black. You can be pro-black without being anti-white. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's wrong with you wanting the best for you and yours, the people that live in your circumference and your cipher? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, I applaud anybody who, you know, they want to maintain and build their communities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wish we could all just be pro-human. I really do, but, you know, sadly enough, like this show deals with reality, and it ain't really like that, man.
Jesus.
Also,
Supposed to be smart.
you know, a lot of white folks,
intellectual.
man,
Know what I'm saying?
due to
Know
the
what I'm
fact that
saying?
they have deep-seated
What a joke.
racist tendencies, right? They feel the need to always want to point the
Illiterate
finger at
bastard.
a black person,
Know
right,
what I'm
who speaks out against
Every
white supremacy.
sentence. Know
They
what I'm
want to lay
saying? Know what I'm
finger
saying?
with
Know
it.
what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying?
saying? You know, they've done this with all the leaders that we've had in the past. You know what I'm saying? Even MLK had it a couple times. You know, Malcolm, Farrakhan, Garvey, anybody of a black nationalist stance, right, was just ostracized, man, for being a troublemaking racist. And I find that kind of interesting, man. You know, it's like they want to relieve their conscience about the ill, deep-seated feelings that they have for black folks by going ahead and saying, see, we're not the only ones. He's doing it too. He's guilty too. No, it's not really like that, man. No. I mean, who's responsible for the hate that hate made? You know, if you do find a black racist, right, it's usually because of a result of white racism.
Oh,
You know,
bull
not
crap.
defending
Oh,
black
that's such a load
racists,
of
right?
crap.
Black folks who
Oh,
hate
Jesus.
white folks and want to do bad stuff to white folks and whatnot, right? But I mean, you look at the TV, you look at the statistics, right? Looking at hate crimes, black folks are not committing these hate crimes. No, they're not. Black folks commit hate crimes against each other. Yeah, we shoot each other. We don't shoot white folks, okay? And, I mean, I find it kind of interesting. A lot of people want to watch the show. They want to get a 5-minute taste of the program. They get mad at what I said, then they turn then they've already made up their mind about who I am, what I'm about. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's garbage.
No,
I've
you
sat
can't
through
do
your
that,
nonsense
man.
for
You know,
hours. And I've never
no,
come up
I'm
with
not a
anything
racist. I'm a
socially
realist.
redeeming
You
whatsoever.
could say that I do
You're
have
such a
some
hate monger,
prejudices. You know what I'm saying?
and you're evil,
And
and
you
you're
know, we're not born
idolatrous.
with those. You know, you learn these behaviors as you go through life, man. I mean, give you a prime example.
You're
You
an idiot.
living on the west side,
get
or
right.
should I say, you living on the east side of
5
Dayton.
minutes.
You know, you're a white dude. You don't never hardly come in
Sat
contact
through
with no
a
black
whole
folks,
hour
man.
of your
So everything
nonsense.
that you're getting, as far as your knowledge and your information
Idiot.
of black people, is coming through the TV, coming through the media, you know, rap, and all this kind of other stuff, right? And so, I mean, you don't know any of us personally, so you're forced to make judgments on these other modes of information. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's the prime. It's real simple, man. Junk in, junk out. That's right. That's how you're going to go ahead and make your judgments, man, by the information that you're given. All right? And the same way with black folks, man. If a black person has not run into any white folks living on the west side of town all his life, right? He knows is what his secondhand information, what his mom's may have told him, pops may have told him, what he sees on TV. And, you know, I mean, you can see where these prejudices can come up. That's right. But, you know, I don't believe that black folks have the power to be racist. We've gone through this many times. Racism is what? It's a system of power designed to keep power and rights away from another group. And black folks do not have that power. You know, we can be prejudiced, we can be prejudicial, but I'm not really prejudicial. You know, like I said, I do have some tendencies to make prejudgments. Everybody makes prejudgments, right? I make prejudgments against my own people a lot of times, right? But no, I don't have time to be looking at nobody's skin color, right, and be getting all mad at them. That's silliness, you know what I'm saying? We might have had many teachers, many schools of thought, you know what I mean? Races and creeds. No, I'm just all about that knowledge and that wisdom. I want to get it. You know what I mean? And in order to get it and to get it good, you cannot be choosy or picky where you get it from, man. Some of my best teachers are Anglos. You know what I'm saying? The books I read is from black and white authors. You know what I'm saying? Right. So no, put that to bed. I'm not a racist. Y'all can go ahead and chill with that propaganda too. Nice try. But I like to go ahead and I like to tell y'all. Well, no, that's another story. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question.
Do you believe in God? You ungodly heathen. You can't believe in God with
Do
that
I believe
nonsense.
in God? I don't really think that's an accurate or a fair question. I think you should ask me what sort of God concept do I have.
Oh, you're a slick one,
because
Mr.
a lot of people think it's just black and white. They automatically thinking that either you believe in God or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Either you're a theist or an atheist. It's really not like that. There's so many other things that are in between. You know what I mean? So basically, I'd like to say that I believe that there's order to this. I believe that there's a designer, so to speak, a grand design. I don't really think that designer is conscious or has a conscience. I know it's really hard. Really, I don't really speculate on the God question, you know what I mean? Because it's really ridiculous to even speculate on it. But it's even more ridiculous to think that you can find God just in a book or in a religious institution or in religious authority. I find that just as ridiculous. So basically how I find God is through self. I pay attention to the things around me. I observe nature. I observe self. I guess you could call me a pantheist. A pantheist is basically a person that says that nature, man, and God are all the same thing.
No, they are not.
There's no division.
God's holy word does not say
that. You know what I mean? And I say that if people had that same kind of ideology, right?
For you, my friend.
I mean, imagine how peaceful this whole spot would be, man. You know what I mean? If you seen nature as God, and you seen the next man as God, or equated them with God, you wouldn't mistreat them now, would you?
Yes.
Because I know how y'all love to kiss ass, right, when it comes to God, you know what I mean? You love hallelujah, jump up and down, do somersaults and all that, right? You love to kiss ass, but as soon as you leave that church, man, I mean, woo, you the devil incarnate, man. Yeah, you know, praising the Lord. Oh, Lord God, Jesus, you know, but when you leave, you're the biggest devils out there, you know what I'm saying? So a pantheist, right, is a person who really, they see God in everything, you know what I mean? They're God, man, and nature, the universe, they're not separate. That's basically what I am, man. I don't pay homage to God. I don't pray, and I don't do all this brown nosing that most of these chumps do. You know what I'm saying? Because my God concept doesn't really allow it, because my God's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? He does not require me to kiss ass. He does not require me to brown nose to show how humble and submissive I am. And I know what you're saying. Yeah, I play this game with your Christians a lot. See, Brother Big Mike, the prayer is not for God. The prayer, my brother, is for you. God don't need your prayers. I understand the